Merry Christmas. The guys are back. To all the fans watching. Welcome to the Good If It Goes podcast. This is the Xmas episode. Got the guys with us, some of the usual suspects. We got the Schwab in the building, repping Go Blue.
How's it going?
P-Jack was in the building when Go Blue
Yo,
won
yo.
their first Super Bowl in like 15 years, so he converted, I think. And then we got
A little bit.
DJ, aka the So Icy Boy. You know what time it is, man. He got the AirPod 3s in and shit. Y'all know what's going on. Man, I want to open the show out, man. Shout out to South Oak Cliff High School, the Golden Bears, the Sock Golden Bears, man. Bringing home a championship. Y'all know I'm in Dallas now, man. The first championship for Dallas ISD school since 1958. The first Texas inner city state championship since a team in San Antonio did it in '95. I was at the game, man, against Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill runs a slot T offense. Prentice, I know you like, man, what the hell is that? Look that shit up. It's a running offense, like a full-on rushing attack. It's like a wing T, but they call it the slot T.
I was about to say, is it like the wing tee?
Yeah, high tempo though, like up tempo. They threw 3 passes in the game, and 2 of them were on fake punts, where it was like, we need 10 yards, so we can't pass, so we're just gonna line up in a punt and try something. So shout out to Sock, man, Golden Bears, man. That was awesome. College, it was damn near like a college game. It was bigger than a college game. 47,000 people in attendance, and they said up to that point, the largest bowl game attendance was at like 29,000. So just putting that out there. But speaking of college football, man, we got the CFP, the college football playoff coming up. Got, Bama, some way, somehow, found their way to where we thought they would probably be at anyway. Got Michigan, who Schwab is repping right now. We got Georgia, who I still think is the best team in college football. And we got the Cincinnati Bearcats, man, who I knew they was gonna get up in there one way or another. I didn't think it was gonna happen the way it happened, but I knew they was gonna get in there. So, man, let's get right into it. Schwab, I'm gonna kick it to you, bro, because you got the Michigan hat on. I'm gonna go ahead and let you cook. Do your thing, man. Tell us your thoughts of CFP, college football playoff, man. Did the committee get it right? Are the rankings right? Do you like what you see? And then give me some predictions.
I think so. I think it was pretty fair. I mean, the way Bama just dominated Georgia like that, winning the best conference in college football. I think Michigan's played 2 really good football games the last 2 games, but I have no problem with them, putting Bama number 1. As far as predictions go, Bama by 3 touchdowns. Anybody see anything different there? I mean, Cincinnati, nice story, nice year for them, but I mean, they played one good team this year, let's face it, and had a couple close calls against teams they had no business being close against. As far as the other semi-game, I think Bama gave everybody the rubric on how to attack Georgia's defense, but I don't know how many other teams can really do that. I think if Michigan plays a mistake-free game and they can get their fast guys into space, they can make Georgia earn it. The alternative would be lean on the defense and hope you can turn it into a rock fight. I'm going to say something like Bama beats Cincy 45-21, and Georgia beats Michigan 17.
Georgia beat Michigan what?
What's that?
What'd you say that final score was?
I said 17-16.
Georgia?
Yeah.
I respect that, Swab. God damn, that's the first time in my entire 7-8 years of knowing you where you kept the bias out of it. It went opposite of your team. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you in that scenario. Wow. I like it.
I mean, it's not a game though they can win with Hassan Haskins 4 yards at a time. I think having a kicker like Jake Moody will help a lot. Give them opportunities for points. Can they convert into touchdowns instead of field goals is going to be the big thing though, and they've done it the last 2 games, but this one's a different animal. I mean, Iowa's defense is really strong, but their offense, my God, the 4 of us, we go find 7 other guys. I think we could score more points on them than Iowa did. And then, Ohio State, I don't know why they picked that week to hook up Kerry Coombs' headset again, but thanks. But yeah, Georgia's just totally different animal. They're not running through the middle with Davis there. So the question is, how far is Georgia's offense going to be able to take them? They got between Bennett and Daniels. Do you see a really strong option there? I mean, either. So I think we're headed for, even in the season that's probably been the most fun because of all the parity and all the uncertainty, Bama wins it again.
Right.
Hey, appreciate that. It has been a fun season. It's definitely been not just the Bama versus the field. So,
Couple takes. I feel bad for Cincinnati. And the reason I feel bad for Cincinnati is their performance in this game will forever judge the non-Power 5 schools. Like, if they go out there and they get smoked, you'll never get a non-Power 5 school in the playoff ever again. If they go out there and perform, they look good, they lose, but lose in a nail biter, then going forever, you can say, okay, well, a Central Florida or a Boise State that's sitting there at 5-6 in the country, they got a shot. But if Cincinnati gets smoked, that will probably be gone forever until they expand the playoffs. So from that aspect, I feel bad for them because the world of the non-Power 5 will forever be on their shoulders. And I think they get smoked. They don't have the dogs on the line of scrimmage to play on either side of the ball with Alabama, and that's where Alabama gets you every year in the playoff. How can you play with us on the line of scrimmage? And they just don't have the animals to play with Bama up front. As far as the Georgia Michigan game, man, that one is intriguing because while Georgia had their mistakes in that Bama game, I think what they told the world is they can't win a national championship. They cannot win a national championship with Bennett at quarterback. Ain't gonna happen. Can't happen. Will not happen. And they did get exposed. They got exposed, and then you go back and you start looking at who they played. You're like, well, shit. Yeah, they won the SEC, but they ain't beat nobody. They ain't beat nobody all year. They dominated who they played, but they beat Tennessee and they beat Florida and they ain't really beat nobody good. And then Alabama made them look bad. So I think a lot of that is mentally, how do you look past that as a Georgia team? Like, we know we got Michigan ahead of us, but we afraid of what's coming down the pipeline. So it's, do we give our best performance? Is Kirby Smart not going to fuck this up and cost them a playoff game? And and you see Michigan peaking at the right time. It could be one of them situations to where we get an ugly ass 17-7 or 17-10 game. Either team can win it either way. I think Michigan can play with them at the line of scrimmage, but I think their mental is what's that question with Georgia. It's, we got spanked in that SEC title game looking like the best team all year, and then we really haven't done shit versus anybody. So now we in with the elites. Can we go out here and perform this week so we can get to a national championship? And if they roll out with Bennett at quarterback, I wouldn't know who to pick. If it's not Daniels, if they don't roll out with Daniels, I think they can lose.
No. And here's what I'll say too. I oddly think, like, I'm more confident about a matchup with Alabama than I am Georgia. Just because. Why?
because you don't have the DBs on the outside to play with them.
Are we not talking about the same team? And
you don't have the defensive backs to play with Alabama.
They had the defensive backs to play with Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Smith and Jigba, didn't they?
Yeah, but Aiden Hutchinson also played the game of a lifetime. They kept pressure on Ohio State's offensive.
They got pressure, and that's something Bama struggles with. Bill O'Brien has done a really lousy job dealing with pressure this year, so that's one thing. Are we also forgetting the same Alabama team that should have lost at home to LSU? If LSU had even basic competent quarterback play, they win that game by 2 touchdowns. Like they had chance after chance after chance,
right?
And Mac Johnson pressure to save his life. They also
that goes back.
This is the other. If LSU and Auburn had even competent quarterbacks, Bama loses 3 games this year.
Right, and that's the problem that I had with them putting Alabama 1 because, I know Bama had the best performance towards the end of the season, but shit, just a week before they damn near lost to Auburn. Should have lost to Auburn. So it's like we judged them on that 1 game performance, but I watched them 3 times where they should have lost. So it's like, they put them number 1 because they won SEC, but I wouldn't have had a problem if Michigan was 1. I wouldn't have had a problem if they loved Georgia at 1. But I think everybody got ahead of themselves the way they played against Georgia. That performance against Florida and Auburn still is in the back of my mind. Like they can be beat. Like they can definitely be beat. I think they number 1, but they can be beat.
When Bama's on, they're clearly the best team in the country. Yes.
Right, but they haven't played. But they haven't played like that. Maybe twice all season.
Their highs are higher than Georgia's. Their lows are also lower than Georgia's. I think Georgia, defense is going to be at least steady enough, and that's going to be my concern with Michigan in this semifinal is can they scheme enough, just get the ball to the guys in space, don't make mistakes. Because if they try to run too many plays that are going to take too long to set up, as good as the offensive line has been this year, and they just won the award for best offensive line in college football, if they try to run too many plays that take too long to set up, McNamara is going to be eating it all night.
Well, it's funny you say that because I feel like, in a way, Michigan is gimmicky when they take him off the field. They bring in the freshmen and they go Corum, but that's what they're gonna have to do a lot of because that just gives them a different type of feel on offense. Like I feel like they're predictable when they both come in the ball game, but they're explosive.
They need to break out the play this year, and I know they've got it in the tank because otherwise, why would you even have a package for McCarthy? Break out the play where he ends up throwing it on one of those reads.
Absolutely, he gonna have to. It wouldn't surprise me if he finished with 6-7 pass attempts in the semifinal. I think he has to. I think he will have to have some type of impact in this game for them to have a chance. Because, like I said, when him and Corum come off the bench, Corum's a hell of a tailback. My goodness. Like I said, in a way, they're predictable, but they're explosive, and they always have a big play, and they can get a few of them if Harbaugh roll with it. And, fucking Harbaugh, he don't have no problem switching quarterbacks and making a major decision at any point at any given time of the season. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did it.
Listen, if McCarthy's ready to roll as a starter next year, you bring him back plus Edwards and Corum together, it should be a real nice backfield.
DJ, chime in, man. What's your thoughts?
They pretty much hit on everything that what I thought. I do think that Cincy is going to lose to Bama, and I don't really think it's going to be close. And I picked Georgia to win against Michigan. That game going to be much closer and probably more lower scoring. But I do disagree on that if Cincy get blown out, like that no Power 5 team will get another shot. Like I think if another team comes up and have a really good season and we have another season like we had this year, it can be another team that that can get back to the playoffs. And so and then I'm seeing
you don't think there's no judgment on them going forward?
Oh, there
Nah,
absolutely is. And here's the thing too. You think about
like
everything
I don't think so
Cincy
because
just to get here.
like they had to like they had to like go through everything they went through last year. So like last year they had to have that type of season and then come back with this type of season
Yeah,
to
and that's the
get
thing.
there.
They had to win out. Let's put the hypothetical here. Okie State picks up that yard and beats Baylor. Is Okie State not in the playoff right now?
I think they are.
I do too.
Over Cincy,
Yeah.
maybe.
Shit,
I
I think if Ohio State didn't lose to Oregon, I think they in the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe. Because they're not
I don't know because they wouldn't have been Big Ten champs.
Yeah, to not even win the division, though, that's the thing.
It would have been way stronger argument, but then how much better does that win look for Michigan? Because they're at least a number 2 team at that point.
Yeah.
That's a monster win. I think that puts them number 1 in the country, probably.
No, well, okay.
Alabama did beat number 1 though, so I mean it go either way. But
Are we really going to pretend that the committee was playing it straight when they said, "Oh no, this was the rankings we had, and we didn't try to avoid a rematch in the semis"?
They should have did that rematch in the semis because
they had to do that.
Yeah, they did that on purpose because they want to see that as like the final
America
game.
didn't want. Yeah, America didn't want that rematch. Not back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I know, but like I don't know. America didn't want it, but that's what should have happened.
I think we also got to think about that next set of conferences, that group of 5. Who is really there? Who has the programs? You know, because Cincy's gone after a couple of years.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Cincy's gone. I believe.
Yeah,
They're going independent. No, Cincy's going to Big 12. Houston going to Big 12. Who else replacing OU and Texas? UCF, I think, all going to Big 12. And I mean, of course, that does a lot for recruitment, but those are teams that, you know, they're going to be gone from, you know, a conference, you know, that American conference, for instance. So you may not even have the teams there anymore. The teams are moving into conferences. So I don't think it'd be the end as far as just off the strength. I mean, back in the BCS, you know, we had NIU in over OU, and that was a 1-score game in the third quarter, you know. So, I mean, you never know. You never know. Like you said, Prentice, the expansion, I think the expansion is going to come soon, especially with, you know, these loaded conferences now that we're going to see, because the SEC about to be crazy. So, you know, and you damn near going to need 2 teams out of there every year. So we'll see. I think Cincy is 13.5-point dogs. I don't see how they cover that. I don't think they'll come close to it. So put your money on Bama to cover at 13.5 if you can find it. Yeah, moving forward.
Have they ever lost in the semifinal? I feel like they did one year.
Bama?
Yeah, Clemson, baby, beat them.
Nah, Ohio State.
Ohio State beat them.
Ezekiel Elliott. Shout out to Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke went crazy on him.
Went crazy. He that draft stock went through the goddamn roof after that. So that was one of the best games ever. That was a great year, man. Ohio State National Championship and then Duke Blue Devil National Championship. Oh man, that was 2015. Take me back. Take me fucking back. Moving forward, man, coming into the end of the NFL season. Man, it's nothing really locked in right now. Outside of Green Bay did clinch a playoff spot. And sadly, the Bears are now mathematically ineligible, so we sitting in that 5th spot right now. So Schwab, when you drop them draft boards,
sorry,
man, you got to go into the 5th. Fuck you. That's why our black quarterback play, y'all don't. Fuck you. The fucking one man team. You got fucking Debo Samuel over there doing everything. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. All right, so let's start with your division, motherfucker.
Yeah, what's up?
Because the Cardinals, like, they lost to the Detroit Lions.
I don't either.
Are they who we thought they were?
If you can,
Are the Cardinals who we thought they were? The Rams, Cardinals, and Niners are like right there. We thought it was gonna be that close, but we thought it was gonna be the Seahawks and not the Cardinals. Nobody picked the Cardinals. So let's start with your division, and then let's just go NFC period. What are we seeing? We pretty much said the NFC sucked. I think it sucks. I think we all agree the NFC pretty much sucks as far as like we don't know who's gonna win basically. So start with your division, start with the Cardinals, and go from there.
I don't think that means it sucks, in my opinion. One, I said before the season, I told you, I thought 3 teams out of our division was going to the playoff. That's happening. 49ers getting in, and it's fucking wide open. It's very wide open in the NFC. I know Green Bay the favorites, but Tampa, I don't know how you can get shut out like the way they got shut out versus the fucking New Orleans Saints. But I mean, other than that, I mean, Dallas, I don't trust Dallas, but I know Dallas can play. They can win a playoff game. 49ers can win a game. The Rams can win a game. Eagles need to win tonight to get in the playoffs if they got a shot. It's open. It's wide open. Arizona fraudulent. They need Hopkins. And they in trouble. They in some big trouble. You can't lose to the Lions the way you lost to the Lions, lose back-to-back weeks. You're supposed to be playing your best ball this time of the season. They playing bad football. So I think they in some trouble.
Them boys lost to the Detroit Lions.
Not lost. They got their ass spanked. Like,
man.
You know, so
Jared
it's
Goff,
you know, like,
is Jared Goff a thorn in the Arizona Cardinals side? I meant to go look at his matchups against them just to see. But
yeah,
I mean, I understand bad games, but you can't play the way they played back-to-back weeks. You can't lose to one of the worst teams in football the way you lose, and you know you're supposed to, you know, you went from first place in the NFC to, you know, you looking like a shaky wild card team.
And if we're being honest, too, that Arizona game was one of the probably half dozen at this point that if the Bears had gotten even competent coaching and offensive play, they win that one. So really, Cardinals. As far as the Saints shutting out Tampa, look, the Saints also completely murdered Green Bay earlier this year. So we can cancel those 2 out.
Yeah,
I think Tampa's the favorite or at least my favorite in the NFC. I don't know. I mean, I'm not betting against Brady, I guess. I don't know.
I feel you on that. They catching the problem with them is they starting to catch the injury bug at the wrong time. Like they got some.
Yeah, but Godwin. Oh yeah, Godwin's totally out. Fournette should be.
Godwin's done.
Get Antonio Brown back. And here's the other issue: the Packers can't cover tight ends to save their lives. Mark Andrews was going nuts Sunday, and that's not the first time. They were leaving Travis Kelce wide open all year, and now I don't know what kind of I hesitate to call it a mind link because I don't think Rob Gronkowski has any sort of mind to link with, but like those two are just on the same wavelength all the time, and I don't know. As much as I think Tampa's secondary can be suspect at times, so can Green Bay's offensive line. I mean, Bakhtiari's still not totally 100%. They keep losing guys. That Tampa pass rush will create problems. So, and I would put Dallas in that conversation too. It seems that I would favor to knock off Green Bay. You know, assuming they like lock Mike McCarthy in the broom closet all week. Don't let him touch the game plan. That's another team with a great pass rush, and that secondary's been playing really well lately with Diggs and Jordan Lewis played well this last week. So, I mean, I think it's wide open, but frankly, it would not shock me at all to see a Tampa-Dallas NFC title game. I think those are the teams playing the best football so far. I mean, again, if we're being honest, competent football from the Bears beats Green Bay last week. Green Bay should have lost this week to Tyler Huntley. Gave up 30 points to him. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
tough.
They're kind of, and no disrespect to Tyler Huntley, but at the same time, I mean, you are what your record says you are, but have the Packers had that one game this year where you look at them and go, man, they're going to be tough to beat?
Yeah, the first time they played in Chicago. But
No,
yeah,
because that game was close in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I ain't sold on that Dallas stuff because Dallas just barely struggled with the Giants. They be CeeDee Lamb be out there dropping passes. Tony Pollard and Zeke got like nagging injuries, and then they just now got their guys back on the defensive line. Yeah, they be making plays, but they're really like boom or bust. So like just as much as Trayvon Diggs will get a pick, he be getting cooked too. And so like I'm not necessarily just Dallas is playing so great. No, because the last month of the season, Dallas has not been just playing great, really, to be honest. So I'm with Mike. All these teams suck, and pretty much any one of these teams can win. And so that's where I'm at with it.
I agree with you, but the reason I'm higher on Dallas right now than I am Green Bay is because you're exactly right. Dallas can be boom or bust. Green Bay this year has just been good enough or bust. Like we've seen
Dallas,
but
Green Bay would be good enough or a bust all the way to the NFC Championship. Dallas gonna lose in the first round. So like if I'm a pick based on like history of what teams does which is like two of my least favorite teams. Like I really hope both of those teams lose along with the Patriots. I'm gonna pick Green Bay because I know their quarterback will at least be able to overcome certain things and get them to the NFC Championship, especially if they get to like play at home. So they will make it, but will they win it? I'm not really sure. But I don't trust Dallas to make it that far. I just don't.
I damn sure wouldn't want to go to Lambeau and try to tackle that fucking code. Fuck that.
Man,
Yeah.
he coming
Fuck
on.
that.
He's coming on.
Yeah, that'd be tough. But them niggas lost last year, so like all that's cool. But they just lost last year in Lambeau, so I mean,
Yeah, but they blew that one. They coach blew that one.
But what's to say that he don't blow it?
Good thing they just
year.
gave Aaron Jones big money right as AJ Dillon's coming on. That's a fine use of resources there.
That's what they picked. They picked them. So let's
And
switch gears to the
meanwhile,
AFC. Switch gears to the AFC. How about them Chiefs? I told y'all, man. I told y'all.
You talk about garbage. That's where the garbage is at in the fucking AFC.
I see like
But another thing, another team I told y'all to keep watching. Is the fucking Colts. That's another team I wouldn't want to fucking play in the playoff. Fuck that. They can run the ball. They play defense. Carson Wentz is trash. We all know this.
Yeah, they all know this.
But Jonathan Taylor is. I don't know why he's not getting enough love for the MVP push. That one I'm not getting.
He just started.
It's a quarterback league.
He just started though this week. Like I seen him on like people talking about him, and then also he like top 4 in like odds as far as like the Vegas money. But he should be getting more love because he put that team like on their back, and for them to start off that poorly and then now they might mess around and win 11 games, like that'd be tough. And then him to rush for like damn near 2K yards, like that'd be like really, really tough. But he'll probably finish like top 3, 4 in the voting because same thing he doing now, Henry did last year, and Henry didn't get that much love as we see. And so like, but yeah, the Colts I think they're gonna be a tough out because they can run the ball and play defense, and they can run the ball on anybody. Like it don't matter. We're gonna still line it up and run it like at you. And teams haven't like figured out how to stop them. And then when they do, like think they're gonna slow them down, then he can break away from you and close out a game and get you 70 yards like he did against the Patriots. And so yeah, they is gonna be tough. they're gonna run into that problem though if they got to put the ball in Winston's hands. Because what
Yep.
he throw the ball last time, like 8 times, 12 times, something like that. Like,
Yeah, he due for 2 mistakes a game, and that's their problem. If they can avoid putting the ball in his hands to make a key decision, they'll be
yeah,
in trouble if he have to.
yeah,
Like I said, I still think they're gonna be a tough out. I know Buffalo kind of trended in the wrong direction too, but I still think they got a good football team. I think they're gonna be a tough out as well
but the Chiefs get
if
it.
they get in.
Yeah,
The defense
yeah,
travels.
because yeah, but the Chiefs, man, like they're gonna be if they mess around and let them get the number 1 seed. I don't see how you go into that stadium and beat them, especially when their defense is now carrying their offense. Like, who would have thought that? Like, and so they are going to be tough. They're going to be
They're
tough,
gonna be
especially if they play at home.
they're gonna be tough, but I think the thing with them now, somebody said it the other week on a Thursday night game, but I thought it was true when I heard them say it. In the past 2 years, you weren't going to beat you kicking field goals wasn't going to beat them,
Mm-hmm.
but you can afford to do that now. Like you can kick a field goal and be fine. Like you can still be in the game. You ain't got to worry about them running up the scoreboard on you if they kick a field goal. And I think teams got to get back to that point of not being overly aggressive like the Chargers was, and make the mistakes and not kick the field goals, and then maybe you got a chance to win the game. But they still dangerous. They still probably the best team in the AFC, but they not like overly scary like they was last year. I'm thinking ain't
They're
no
not.
way in hell anybody beat Mahomes in Kansas City last year. I think they can be beat this year. They still the favorites, but they can fuck around and lose a game.
But I like them more because of their defense. Like to me, yeah, like you don't want to be kicking field goals, and then of course they offense have been struggling and been off. But now if the defense can like live up to what they've been doing and carry that into the playoffs, to me that takes pressure off the offense, and the offense can like be more risky or do more things that they would normally want to do. And so like I think that's what's going to make them tougher is if they defense play up to this level. And then finally all the guys that they paying all that money to is stepping up. Like Chris Jones, they moved him back inside. D4, who got a big contract, Matthew, like they got guys that they paying a lot of money to on that defense, and now they're all playing well at the same time. And so now that's what you see.
No, that's facts. I still don't know if they defense real. I know they've been playing good, but I don't know how you go. I don't know how you go from one of the worst defenses of all time to all of a sudden like you look like the best defense in the league. That shit don't add up to me.
It don't. But they did it for like seven weeks though. So like yeah,
right. No, you're right.
So like, but they've been hot for like 7 weeks though. Like yeah, that Chargers game was like crazy. But the previous 7 weeks they've been holding teams to like 10, 12 points a game combined.
Right.
And so like
even Sorensen out there making plays. I'm like, what the fuck is
exactly,
going on?
exactly. Pick sixes, all type of stuff from Sorensen. So like, man, like they've been hot, and I don't know if there's such thing as a hot defense, but they've been playing well collectively for the past 7-8 weeks of the season, and I mean, you can't really argue with that.
No, you can't.
I was calling him sorry son halfway through this year. I mean, I think their defense is real enough.
Yeah, I think so too.
Need to be the 85 Bears. I mean, you're not going to hold Mahomes and company down forever, and that was the thing last year against Tampa. Like, their defense couldn't stop anybody.
You just gotta.
It's good enough.
Yeah, you just gotta keep yourself in the game, and the defense got to come up with a play in the fourth. Like let Chris Jones get off or D Ford or somebody, or you got a batting ball or something, and then boom. The thing with the Chiefs is that they can't abandon the run.
The thing too is having Chris Jones back in the interior where he belongs.
Yeah, because that's what he should be at. Like I know you want to, like you gave him all that bread to do whatever, but it's like he's an interior lineman. Yeah, like, and that's what he do. He can wreak just as much havoc like in that middle versus you trying to put him on the outside and do whatever. Like, no, like keep him in the middle. That's like moving Aaron Donald to D end. just cause. Like, why? Fletcher Cox, let's move him to the outside just cause. Like, no, like you keep those guys like in the middle. But the Chiefs can't they can't like not run the ball. Like they can't get away from at least trying to run the ball. Cause then that's when stuff happened this year.
Keep telling y'all, I've been telling y'all,
But AFC sucked too, so
pound
that's my
Chiefs,
last take.
pound the Chiefs. I dropped it live last week. Pound the Chiefs. If you didn't, you missed your money. Told you to pound them. Pound the Chiefs. The boy he got his swagger back. He never lost his swagger. That defense just sucked. But Patrick Mahomes, he got his swagger back. I told y'all what I tell y'all, 3 out of 4. So I lost last year.
So then you picking them to win it this year.
Have you watched our podcast that you're on?
Yeah, you didn't change it.
No. Do you watch the podcast that you're on? Hey, DJ, I know you're watching. Brother, have you not watched? Have you not heard what I said? Did you not hear what I said when we first started talking about the AFC? I said, I told y'all Chiefs. Put your money on the Chiefs, man. Best.
I mean, I picked them too. I picked the rematch and I picked them winning. I never changed from that.
Yeah, but we was talking about
It
me.
just wasn't looking good though. It just wasn't looking good.
It's fine. It looks good now.
It do.
Yeah,
They gotta run the
if
ball
I was
though.
picking today, I think my pick would be Chiefs too.
They gotta run the ball.
This segment of the Good If It Goes podcast brought to you by Florida Man, a Cigar City Brewery. Don't blame me, blame the Florida Man. If you know anything about Florida Man, y'all already know what's going on. All right, man, we're gonna switch to the NBA. Got that slate of Christmas games going. So as of press time, there's gonna be so many COVID and injuries and things like that. But I want to know your picks. I want to know your picks for Christmas Day. So we're just gonna go around. Everybody, we're gonna start with Knicks Hawks. Is it Knicks Hawks? Who y'all got winning and why? DJ, I'll start with you, man.
I'm gonna go Knicks because I don't think Trae Young gonna be there. So I'm gonna go Knicks because of that.
Let me pull up the odds. Go ahead, Prentice.
Same. I mean, whoever got the least amount of COVID players is who I'm rolling with. Because at this point, Adam Silver needs to just say, "Fuck it, let's just shut this shit down for a week." But he ain't. I don't blame him. But it's NBA getting ugly right now. So whoever available to play, that's who I'm rolling with.
You feel the same, or you muted, Schwab? Oh, you good now? We can't hear you. While Schwab get his audio straight. Yeah, I kind of feel y'all on that. Damn, but yeah, DJ, I'm with you. I'll lay Knicks because Trae Young. But like you said, Prentice, and kind of like I was saying, like we really not gonna know, especially you putting your money on. I wouldn't suggest putting your money on none of this unless you just find like a sweet lick that you believe in, or until the day of, because this shit gonna change up to the minute. So I'm gonna go with Knicks right now. Schwab jumped off. He'll be back. The next game that day is Celtics Bucks.
Celtics.
Yeah,
Giannis
Celtics
still hurt
for the same reason. Yeah, Celtics got way more players. Celtics got way more players.
I read a stat about championship teams playing on Christmas Day. The odds are against the Bucks to win, and for the reason why you guys said it, I want Celtics too. Warriors Suns.
What the game gonna be? I'm taking whoever the home team.
I think it's at Suns.
Yep, that's what I'm taking. Give me the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Suns.
What? Golden State got a bunch of guys hurt. Are they back? Will they be back for Christmas?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's been so hard to keep up with, man.
Right. Give me Phoenix then if that's the case.
Because Booker just came back for the Suns. They only got like a couple guys out, but they don't got. I think they starting five is still good. Like I think the Suns starting five is still good.
Rob, you got a pick for Suns Warriors?
How healthy are the Warriors? I mean, they were playing great ball. If they're not, if they're 100%, I'm taking the Suns.
At Phoenix, so I'm gonna go with the Suns. Steph Curry has never made over 2 3-pointers on Christmas, and he averages like 18 a night on Christmas games, and that's out of like 8 games. That's an interesting stat I saw today. I think he will go over that 18 points. I'm not sure what his player total will be, but and congrats to Steph Curry, by the way. I know Steph probably not watching, but Seth, I know you probably watching. Tell your brother we said congrats. And salute to Doc Rivers. I see you out there playing. I see you getting it in. All right, we're going to the next game. The marquee matchup, Nets Lakers.
Give me the Nets.
Yeah, it don't matter who playing. It don't matter who healthy for the Nets. Lakers fucking suck. I'm tired of them. I lost so much money on their fraudulent ass this year. They suck.
I forgot KD out and Kyrie and just Harden out. Wait, that game gonna be terrible. So I don't know. I might gotta switch.
I might gotta pull that shit.
I might gotta switch.
They need to. It don't matter. It don't even matter. The Lakers suck. So
like
Patty Mills might go for a holiday 45 Christmas special. Shit, Blake Griffin might go for 40. AD hurt. Russ turning over the ball. Man, they suck, man.
You heard it here first. Prentice said pound over player points, pound over Patty Mills. Play that shit up to like 40 and fucking win
45.
Play that shit. Fuck it. Play that shit to 44 and a half. Play Blake Griffin up to. We're gonna play Blake Griffin to like 33 and a half points.
33.
Fucking pound Blake Griffin points. All right.
And LaMarcus.
Are we going under on LaMarcus? Free money. Schwab, Nets Lakers, bro.
Nets. I'm rolling with the Nets. I can't imagine being in a situation where LeBron and Russell Westbrook aren't tearing it up together. I don't know how that could have not worked. Two guys that really need the ball in their hands. Basically, stat chasing for himself in OKC. More than once saw him get mad at guys for getting rebounds because he was chasing those triple doubles. Yeah, how did it not work? And then, I hate to say it with Anthony Davis, I hate it. Packer fan, but what did Stephen A. or somebody call him something?
Nah, Charles Barkley, Anthony Street Clothes Davis.
Charles what did he call him?
Anthony Street Clothes Davis.
That's wrong, but it's right. No, I'm rolling with the Nets on this one, and I think
should have said his pussy hurt. Is what he should have said. What? Anthony, my pussy hurt Davis.
Come on, man.
Get his top 75 ass out of here. I'm done with him, man.
Top 75. That was horrible. They gotta go. They gotta go edit that shit or something.
Wipe that shit out.
Well, I'm going to fade you all. I'm going with the Lakers. I feel like if LeBron is playing, they're going to win the game. So I will be putting my money on Lakers money line on Christmas Day in prime time. LeBron's the second all time. I think score on Christmas. He averaged like 25 a night Christmas games. Win or lose.
He played 20 of them.
He played 20 of them, but shit, okay, he averaged 25. Shit, that's damn good. I didn't say he scored 25, motherfucker. I say he averaged 25. Shit, that you helping me. You're the LeBron fan, of course you gotta help me. Shit. But So yeah, I'll be fucking with the Lakers that night, man. So we'll see. We'll see. Fade to follow. All right, and then the nightcap, the late night game when the Christmas pies are put away and the toys, the batteries have run out, or you found out you need batteries. By this time, Mavericks, Jazz. Who do we get at Utah?
I'm going Jazz. They've been like the third best team in the West. Also, the Mavs is missing people. And they at home.
Same. I'm going Jazz. I don't know. Jazz not getting a lot of love on the national level, but they got a good team
Utah.
again
Who
this
cares
year.
about Utah? I think
No,
people
that's
not
facts.
Utah.
shout out
And,
Aunt Wright. I know you're watching. Nobody likes Utah.
yeah, I think because it is Utah though, and like we have come to expect for them to do well like in the regular season, but it's like when the playoffs come, that's that's why. And so like yeah, they gonna mess around to win 55, maybe even 60 games, and then they be like people still just be like, okay, that's the Jazz.
They picked off. Rams win.
Going with the home
Fuck
team,
Rudy.
man. Going with the
And fuck
Mavs.
Rudy, by the way, too.
Yeah, fuck Rudy Gobert. You
It's fuck
bastard.
forever Rudy on this podcast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
forever fuck
always
Rudy
and
Gobert.
forever.
Always forever fuck Rudy Gobert. I know your punk ass watching Sacre Blue, motherfucker. I'm going with the Mavs. Luca and KP will be back. They're gonna get that win. Um, Anthony Edwards said that it's not Rudy Gobert. He said that man don't put no fear in his heart. He said Porzingis is the real stopper of the league. So we'll have him and Luca back after the injury. Mavs up tonight right now, so they need some wins, man. Need some wins to make this push. We'll talk some standings a little bit more as the season kind of close. We are about 30 games in or so right now. So with this being our Christmas episode, man, I remember we did a Christmas episode like 2015. That shit was so fire. It's still on iTunes, Apple Podcast. So we gonna run it back, man. Like 6 years later, man. So I want to hear your favorite Christmas movie or your favorite Christmas special. DJ, I'm gonna start with you, bro.
Probably Home Alone 1 and 2, and then The Grinch. Like those are like the ones that like put me back in that mode. Yeah, I'm gonna go with those.
What Grinch? The animated Grinch or the Jim Carrey joint?
The Jim Carrey Jones, man. Gotta go with my boy Jim on that one.
Shout out
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. I know you watching, bro. You know what I'm saying? He the only dude that could have like grain on his face but look completely different in the two different movies. Like
Yeah,
hot body for that.
yeah, for
Prentice,
sure.
let me hear your favorite Christmas movie or special, dog.
Still sticking with Home Alone. It ain't Christmas without Home Alone. That's the instant classic. Elf. I love Elf. That shit's funny. And I'm gonna roll with DJ on the Grinch. That shit. With Jim Carrey, it should be having me roll, especially when my man was trying to shave his beard and the dude said, "Look at that hat job." Instant fucking tears. So them my three joints for Christmas.
Wow. Tell me your favorite Christmas media to watch, man. Favorite show, favorite movie.
Favorite movie's gotta be 8 Crazy Nights.
Say more.
Was it?
Say more about it.
You never seen it? The Adam Sandler.
Tell me why, motherfucker. Why is it your favorite movie?
Why? Because it's hysterical. How do you not love a guy like Whitey Duvall? As you get older, you can kind of relate more to Davey. Kind of cheesy ending, but that's the case with all Christmas movies. I think it's part of the contract you sign when you make one of these, that it has to have the schmaltzy ending. But and then it's just Adam Sandler at his best with the And let me rephrase, Adam Sandler at his goofy best, because Uncut Gems, go watch that movie. That was him at his absolute best.
Yeah.
Nobody else could have done that as good as he did. Which, by the way, I think that should count as a sports movie. I digress. Yeah,
It's not.
What's it?
It's not.
It should, isn't it?
I thought it was.
It's about gambling.
Sports gambling, sports,
Yeah.
PG in it.
He was really good, but I mean, all he had to do was play Kevin Garnett. So
I love that shit.
that could
all
be
right,
another episode. We review some movies, and of course, the obligatory Charlie Brown every year.
So I'm gonna check in for Shane because he's not here. His favorite is still All I Want for Christmas is the Team. So we're gonna just leave that there. And then I think he said I think he also said Miracle on 69th Street. And
how do I mute this? How do I mute this guy?
There's one more he said
He listed a half dozen of them.
Yeah, so those were Shane's picks. Mine is Jingle All the Way, man. Home Alone. I gotta shout out Home Alone 1 and 2 for sure. Fucking mute this guy. You got too much background noise, my boy. But nah, Home Alone, man, 1 and 2, like them was classics for sure. I always like the cartoon joints. Little Drummer Boy, Rudolph, you know what I'm saying? All them joints. I grew up watching the cartoon Grinch, so that was definitely fire because, man, like, low key, the narrator, like, he gave the Grinch bars. Like, he went in on him, like, for, like, 100 bars and running. Like, if you listen to that, that was really, like, a long-ass diss track. So that's why I like that one. I like the Jim Carrey joint, too, though. I like the Jim Carrey joint, too, though. That was good. Another favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bruce Willis. That's one of the best Christmas movies ever.
I've never seen that movie, but anytime someone asks me what my favorite Christmas movies are, I'll always say Die Hard just because it makes people mad.
Yeah, it makes people mad. It's controversial. You need to watch that movie, Schwab. You need to watch that movie. Also, Gremlins. That's another very good Christmas movie because Gremlins technically occur on Christmas. So, you know what I'm saying? Just putting that out there as well. So, all right. Well, I hope that everybody get what they want from Santa Claus. Hope everybody was nice this year, not naughty. I know I was. You know what I'm saying? Schwab, what you got, man?
I said, you let me open the show talking some trash. I declined that opportunity because, as Kobe so eloquently said, job not finished. I'm going to take the opportunity right now because the Eagles are 1 minute away from salting this one away, putting a capper on a 12-4 ATS week. So you want to get what you want for Christmas, you need some extra money, you come right here. I got your winners for you.
Listen, because I got ransacked tonight.
I ain't quitting nothing on. It's gonna be ugly when I get to Illinois tomorrow, man. It'd be best for me not to be in that state. I can't do it here.
I will say too, before we sign off, I'm very thankful this Christmas that I didn't have to deal with the stress of chasing a PS5 or chasing something that was highly touted that I couldn't get. I got my PS5 late spring, so that's fine for me. Christmas shopping was tough this year because there's a lot of nothing out there, but we got it done. We got it done and taken care of. Kids will be happy.
That's good to hear. We got the PS5 in the Jackson house. So, you know what I'm saying? My PS5 just be collecting dust. I use my PS5 to watch YouTube. I damn near need just a PS3. Like, I don't do shit on that bitch.
I played my shit for the first time yesterday for 2 months. For the first time in 2 fucking months.
I played FIFA earlier today, but
I'm still with the Xbox One right there. Probably upgrade next year when Madden comes out. By the Christmas Day, John Madden documentary should be must-see TV.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that as well. I definitely, wherever I'm at watching NBA, I'm gonna try to make sure that I get that pulled up too, because I'm very excited about that. I think all of us probably tapped into Madden at one point in our lives, probably still doing it now. That shit played a part of a lot of our lives growing up, man. And
Just
getting us closer to the NFL because we didn't get to just go on YouTube and fucking watch highlights and shit. You either had to watch that shit on ESPN when it was on, Sports Center, or whatever channel you watched, or you fucking played Madden and fucking learned the NFL that way. That's how I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
and
and
with
then
both,
just what
like, I
just
mean,
his
this
other
is
influence on the game as a commentator, as a coach, all that shit. So definitely much respect to John Madden. I'm
just
looking
the
forward to that.
quintessential football guy.
Yeah.
Frankly,
The game sucks now though. The game has sucked since Madden 08. That was the last good Madden. All these other Maddens been trash.
now I have to say Madden 18 for selfish reasons because I ended that year in the top 10 of all the top 10% of all players online. So just for selfish reasons, that one. But yeah, that was as someone that's grown up on the game that's played every year since Madden 2001. Eddie George on the cover, your guy. Just that was my game and still is now. And Ultimate Team, you get to play with guys you remember from 20, 30 years ago.
And fuck Ultimate Team. We need rushing attack back. God damn it. We need rushing attack back.
I do miss those mini games.
We need rushing
Bro, I'm gonna tell
attack
you.
back. God damn it.
It's funny you said that, Kevin. I'm gonna speak on my age, bro. I remember playing the first few Maddens where the fucking ambulance would come out on the field and run you over and shit.
It cart you off on the stretcher though. Like
right. Ambulance run you over, back up, pick you up, and run you off the field.
I remember like the screen select, like the team select screens. You pick your team and then have like 3 stars, and like if they only have like Bears always have 1 star, like on offense, 3 stars defense, 1 star special team, or 2 stars. Neil Anderson was on the team. Neil Anderson, like that kind of.
Then you get into the ones like the early 2000s where you were talking about the mini games in there. I think they called it like training camp.
Rushing attack, we need that back. We used to have whole Russian attack tournaments, like 3-4 hours, motherfucker just passing the sticks on Russian attack. Like, we need that kind of shit back. But maybe we should do a good if it goes vintage gaming pod. Maybe we can come on this bitch once a month and talk about some gaming. But comment in the chat wherever you watching this at. Comment and let us know if y'all want to see that.
Maybe talk about
we're gonna log off though. We're gonna talk about NBA Jam. We're gonna talk about goddamn Barkley shut up in jam. We're gonna talk about goddamn Street Hood. Shout out DJ with the good if it goes jam T. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about NBA Street. We're gonna talk about NFL Street. We're gonna talk about motherfucking arch rivals. Goddamn it, double dribble. We're gonna talk about Ken Griffey Slugfest. The first Ken Griffey. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about all that shit. We're gonna talk about Nolan Ryan baseball on the goddamn Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Where he was the only player on the game. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how Griffey was too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk Jordan versus Bird. We're gonna talk about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about NCAA game breaker. You know what I'm saying? Before
they're hoping. Speaking of which, NCAA, they're hoping for college football to be back 2023.
We need it, man. So yeah, man, I want to hear y'all memories, man. Cause look, you talk about being ranked, boy. March Madness 2005 on the PlayStation 2. I was top 60. I'm just saying, I wish screenshots was a thing back then. I swear to God, I was top 60. Duke Blue.
You remember that era too? Those
were
some of the best soundtracks.
Pass that bitch to either Daniel Ewing or fucking JJ Redick on the wing. That shit cash every time. I was fucking top 60 in the fucking world in that shit. Respectfully. So, but yeah, we're gonna sign off. Everybody
remember around that time too, they had some of the best soundtracks in those games. NBA Live.
Yeah. Boy. I just tweeted today the Madden 04 soundtrack is like my workout soundtrack. Like
04 was
if you play Madden and you work out, play the 04 fucking Madden soundtrack. That shit gonna get you fucking hype. And if you play Madden 04, it's gonna take you back to the old times. Cause shit, I remember running with Vic on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They were really kind of responsible for helping relaunch Green Day's career because they had American Idiot on, I believe it was Madden 05. Correct me if I have that wrong, but it was one of those, and then
we can talk all that, man. We're gonna get into that gaming, man. Get in that gaming bag, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. I know that's a gaming network. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the men on this pod. I don't know. This might not be our last one this year. We'll see. If not, Happy New Year, but we're gonna be back. Peace out.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Merry Christmas. Merry fucking Christmas. Be a man.
Go Blue.